It is May 13th, 6:23 in the morning, and let me go turn the TV off so I don't get copyright infringements.
Even Ragu users chose Prego traditional over Ragu traditional.
Prego? But I'm on Ragu. We're doing it.
So, all right, today is a pressure wash day. Then I get my kids tonight, so I'm going to be meeting my ex-wife here somewhere. I don't know where, and I invited her to dinner. You know, we can just meet and all eat dinner together tonight if she wants. Meet at a restaurant or whatever. Whatever. If not, not. My guy should be here in about an hour to get the lawnmower and the equipment he needs to go do those 2 yards that he couldn't get done yesterday because he was sick. He got sick yesterday. So I got my coffee. I got everything ready to rock. I've been up since 5:30. I let the dogs out, made my coffee. Like I said before, some people have heartburn with the fact that I invoice every single cut. One guy was actually rude about it and was trying to imply that I don't know what I'm doing and all this crap. I invoice my customers every single cut because I'm a solo guy. I have damn near 100 accounts. It's very hard for me to keep track. I don't have a bookkeeper or anything like that. My customers, most of them, if not all of them, want to see the progression of their bill, their invoice. So if they're owing me some money, they want to see it. Doesn't mean they have to pay me right away. They know that. I let people go once a month. Sometimes that's 3 cuts in a month because there'll be like the first week, the third week, and sometimes there's a 5th week. But most people know they can pay me every other cut, and that's fine, but I invoice every single cut. That way they can keep a record and I can keep a record of what was paid, what was not paid, and it's more for them so they can follow along with the progression of their invoice. So once they mail a check or pay by credit card, the next cut they see, oh okay, yeah, he did get it and here's today's cut or yesterday's cut. And if there's a problem, they can contact me right away before things get progressed too far out, and then we have heartburn, right? So that's why I do that. It has nothing to do with cash flow, has nothing to do with how I run my business, or that anybody else is better or worse, or I just do it because I want my customers to be able to see their invoice, every single cut, and if there's a question, they can contact me. And it's mostly email. Like 95% of my customers are email, so it's not like it costs me ink or anything to print it out. If I was worried about that, I wouldn't print out your comments and do what I do with YouTube. I mean, ink's not very expensive. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of my invoicing. I'm not going to do that on camera. I mean, how boring is that? I'm not going to do that today, or I'm not going to do that on camera. So we'll get that done. And there's Rocky right at my feet, of course. So Rocky, come here. Come say hello to everybody. Come here, Rocky. Come on. Come here. Rocky. No. I know. I was scratching my leg. You don't have to lick it. Come here. If there's any scratches or boo-boos on me, he starts licking them, trying to clean them up. He's my daddy. Mwah. Tell everybody right here. Tell everybody hi. Say hi, everybody. Okay, we're all hooked up. We got my pressure wash trailer, bleach in the back, garbage can, hedge trimmers, rake. I got a customer who asked me if I can shape the bushes up. So I was like, yeah, sure. I'm going to be swinging by your area today. So I'll do some little extra work there. Why not? And I got my guy sent out. So it's 7:39. He showed up a little bit early today. So that's good. I gave him some money for breakfast and said, go get some breakfast, whatever. Go spend some time at McDonald's because it's a little bit early. Don't want him starting just yet. But man, you know, when are people gonna grow up? It's like the girl that lives across the street from me, right? Young girl. You guys seen her, the one I went horseback riding with. You know, took my kids horseback riding. There's no romance there. I mean, come on. She's married, for freaking Christ's sakes. And my guy knows that. And so you know, but I don't trust, you know, I don't trust my guy with my home, you know. So I'm like, hey, let me know when you're done, and I'll call Sarah and I'll have her open the garage. And he's like, oh, she's got accent, oh, you know, and I'm just like, dude, man, shut the hell up. She's a vet. Well, she works at a vet clinic, becoming a vet. I'm like, she's a vet, man. I got dogs. I work. Yes, she has access to my home in an emergency. But it's like, you know, it's just little things like that that keep you from getting to that next level with me where, you know, I kind of get, you know, where I can count on you and you can count on me. Instead, it's like, I just want to punch him in the face, but not really. But, you know, it's like, come on. The guy's the same age as me. I think he's 6 months younger than me. I'm 45. So I think he's about to turn 45 this year. No, I'm 45. Yeah, so I think he's about to turn 45 next month. Or July. Either June or July, he turns 45. And it's like everything, he just hasn't grown up. He's like still 14 years old, you know, with everything. Everything. It's like, just that shit just pisses me off, man. So, you know what? To all you guys out there, if you got like those little comments, if you're one of them little comment people with your friends, you like always got to do that, just know that you're irritating the living piss out of your friend. It's immature, it's stupid, nobody wants to hear it, it disrespects her, it disrespects me. There couldn't be anything more professional between me and the girl that lives across the street than what there is right now. Period. She needs something fixed, I fix it. She needs her yard mowed, she pays me. You know what I'm saying? The thing we did with the horse, that was for my kids. It was giving my kids something to do, and it gives her horse something to do. But, you know, this guy, it's like, that shit just pisses me off. And it's absolutely disrespectful to her and to me. So, don't be that guy. But hey, we're going to run up here now to, yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. Oh, these people hit each other. An accident. The humans had an accident. So we're going to head up here to Andy's Lawn Machinery because my pull cord for the GX70, 270, or whatever the hell my Honda motor is, should be in. He said he ordered it like 2 weeks ago on this day, and that it should have been in. It should have been in like, I don't know, 10 days to 7 days ago or whatever. So we're going to go see if that came in. Because mine's on its last leg, and I think I might have broke the spring in there. I'm just not sure. So we're going to run over here and get that, and also a 3-pound spool of 80 thousandths line is in, weed eater line is in, and I'm about out. I might be able to fill my weed eater head 3 or 4 more times. He ordered some 80 thousandths weed eater line for me. So I'm going to run over there and check that, see if those 2 items are in. I'm going to drop a whole lot of money on that because that pull cord thing's like, that pull cord thing, I guarantee is going to be damn near $100. It's the pull cord, it's the housing, it's the spring, it's everything ready to go. So you take probably a number 8 or a number 9 millimeter socket, pull the whole thing off, and put the whole thing on. 3 or 4 bolts, done. Not messing with anything there, and then I'll save this one. I'll take it apart and fix it and save it as a backup, but I don't want to take it apart and try to fix it and then have something catastrophic happen and I can't start my machine, you know what I'm saying? So, or at least I can't start my machine easily. So let me go check that out, and then we got a little bit of a ride. We'll head up the Pooler, we'll knock out this 2-story, and then we're going to start working our way down. Try to get done with this day. This will be a nice day. Financially, it won't be a hard day. And when we're done, I'm gonna get my kids. God almighty, man. This pull cord ain't cheap. $87.51. But it's a direct replacement for it. So I can't complain. It's got everything. So $87. Headache free. And then we got my 80 thousandths weed eater line. Regular round weed eater line. That's what I like. Regular round weed eater line. 80 thousandths steel. Made in the USA. Good stuff. So it won't melt in the head. I don't know if you ever had that problem before. Alright, so let's head on up. Start going to work here, huh? Gonna make back our money. Unreal. $124. We're in the hole already. $124 today. But that's alright. I mean, you know, what are you gonna do? Stuff you need. Alright. Alright guys, let's get right into our first comment, and let me get this out of my ear. And so Groundskeeper LLC. Alright, now it's a pretty big comment, so I'm not gonna read it all, but you guys can see it here on the screen what it says. At the very end, the question that he asks is, now that I'm living a bachelor's life and I get the kids on the weekends, will I be extending out my days, adding new customers and extending out my days? Maybe working longer days? The answer is absolutely no. My days are already long enough. I don't get done and eat dinner until damn near 8 o'clock at night because of paperwork or maintenance or cleaning my house or everything and anything else that I have to do, just living my ordinary normal life. I have absolutely no intentions of working longer. I have every intention of continuing to build and grow my business in the model that I'm trying to grow it and build it in, and that is adjust my average price per lawn on a daily level. So I'm still, letting $30 lawns go, or just adding, $45 and $50 lawns to days where I can squeeze people in and increase my day's revenue, but also increase my daily average per lawn. So that's what my goal is here. It's not to work longer or to work harder, because that just means more equipment maintenance, more gas usage, more wear and tear on me and my equipment and truck and all that. My goal is to continue flipping lawns if I have to flip lawns. I'm pretty much done flipping. I'm pretty much going to keep everybody I got now. Now it's just going to be a matter of, slow payers pissing me off. But, even then, I'm pretty, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm pretty lenient with people, so, you got to really dick me around for that to happen. But, no, my goal now is to start filling in slots with pressure washing jobs and higher priced lawns. That's what I'm trying to do here. So, not work harder, not work longer. But the old cliche is work smarter. So that's what I'm trying to do. Nicholas Saldena. This is the second time I got this question, so I thought I would definitely ask it. Let me make a mark here. Nicholas Saldena. So his comment is, have you ever had any issues with the plastic handle? And he's talking about the My Pace, Personal Pace, whatever the hell it's called, on the BILT TB360 21-inch self-propelled mower. That's the second time I've been asked that question. Somebody else had mentioned that it looked kind of chintzy. And I think somebody mentioned that they broke one, and that's what made him ask me. I haven't had any issues. So far, so good. I'm starting to notice the right front wheels getting a little wobble in it. I haven't looked into it yet. I might look into that Sunday after I drop my kids off. Maybe. Not overly concerned with it right now. But no, so far the plastic handle's not breaking off. It's like pops on. There's like a little beauty thing there that like pops on. I don't even know why that's there. And every once in a while I pop it off. My hand will catch it or something, and it pops off, and I just pop it back on. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like it just goes over the handle, the pipe. But no, I'm not having any problems yet. I don't see any problems yet. But if something happens, I'll certainly let you know. They're not commercial grade mowers, so can't get too upset with it. If something were to happen, just all you can do is replace it. But so far, so good. It's getting me through. We got a couple more months of really heavy stuff, and then things start slowing down again. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, Hank Varner asked a question. Hey Dan, love the videos, but what is a hula hoe? Is it a cultivator? Kinda. I'll show you. This is a hula hoe. Right here. Sometimes they're called action hoes. In Florida, when I was younger or whatever, we called it a hula hoe. And so if this is a flower bed, you dig underneath the roots. So you see it's kind of, it's sharp. It's not razor sharp, but it's sharp. And so you sit there and you got like all the weeds or something like that, or grass, you just start digging it out. So you would dig, and that goes underneath the root balls, and it loosens up everything. It's a hula hoe, or an action hoe, or whatever. So let me see if I can maybe show you a spot, like right here. You just start going like that, and it'll start going underneath the root ball. That's a hula hoe. All right, let me get out of here before we're at my customer's house. This place is humongo, but this is the side that she wants done for sure. And I said, well, hey, while I'm here, I'm just gonna hit the whole thing, but the whole place, we're just gonna nail it. Ah, is this beautiful or what? Nice living out here. Gorgeous. All right, well. Oh yeah. Oh, let's see what we can do. Okay, so we just finished this big old giant 2-story, which I wish I kind of got more money for, but hey, whatever. What are you gonna do? It was a referral off of another customer I did, and at least I didn't spend any money to come up here and give her an estimate because it's far away. So at least I'm here, I got it, and I'm doing the one across the street now. And this one, I'm charging a lot more for. So I don't know if I have the time, but I'm gonna do what I can. I mean, this will make 5 houses and a concrete job to do, so we're just gonna do what we can and try to get this crap done. We gotta make that money, man. If all goes well, we'll be doing over 600 a day, right? So let's do it. Let's make 600 bucks with a little pressure washer. All right, we got a boogie. I got this one done. Boy, that was a big house. Here you go. That's a big house. And then this one. That's a big house. It's 11 o'clock. So that one's done. So I got the 2 done. And that was a new one. I wasn't expecting that one, but I mean, we almost have a day's freaking pay already at 11 o'clock. My guy finished the 2 yards he had to cut. So they're done, and he's gonna meet me in 15 minutes right down the road. And I'm gonna have him do that hedge trimming job. Since I wasn't expecting this house wash, I was gonna do the hedge trimming job, which would have been about half the time to do this house wash. So now I need to make up some time. So I'm gonna throw him a little cash, have him do the hedge trim job, the bushes, shape them up, rake them out. So I'm gonna meet him there real quick with my hedge trimmer and rake and garbage can, and he's got all my equipment on him. I'm gonna have him go ahead and do that trimming job, and I'm gonna run out and start knocking out some more work. I got that one house with the concrete and everything. That's a big job. And then I got 2 houses to do after that. One's right in my neighborhood, and one's close to my ex-wife. And on my way to getting up. Oh, did I just hit that bird? Oh, that bird died. The bird just flew right in front of my truck. Oh man, I ain't going back. If it ain't dead, I don't want to. I'm sure it's dead. I'm sure it broke its neck. I mean, it just fell. Oh well, silly bird. Man, now I feel bad. I'm gonna have to go home. It's none of my business. Or not. Yeah. So yeah, we're moving. So let's get to another comment here. John Shelley. In tomorrow's video, will you discuss Red Max? In tomorrow's video, will you discuss Red Max? Sure. Okay. So the next one is, no, I don't know. I've never used Red Max. Never had one, never used one. Hear good things about them. Don't even know where they sell them. Don't even know if there's a dealer around me. So Red Max is off my radar because no dealer, no dealie. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? So I don't know, man. I've never used them before. Just I hear they're good. I hear they're heavy duty, good machines. But I wouldn't be the authority on that one, man. Sorry, brother.
So let's get another one because we can. Frankie Gambino. Good video, love the dogs. Thanks, brother. I'm a big time dog lover myself, obviously. They're part of the family if you ask me. And Anthony's Lawn Care. I kind of feel bad for your guy that works for you because he got sick and he was up at 1 in the morning. Yeah, I mean, that kind of sucks, man. I mean, but what are you going to do, you know? All you can do is take care of him. And so I think we took care of him. Called it quits, and, you know, we made up for it today, so. Oliver Nash. What happened to that person that came up to you in Wednesday's video? Great video, as always. That woman, I think I talked about it in yesterday's video, yesterday's vlog, so you probably already got the answer, but in case you didn't, I refused her lawn. I mean, she knew the camera was on. We were messing with each other, but I did refuse her lawn in the end because I don't want to beat my machines up, and this late in the game, her yard's hasn't been done. I just got a bad vibe about it, so I didn't want to beat my machines up to have her, you know, let it go to shit again. And, you know, it didn't seem like she was willing to pay for it. So, you know, I'll do a cleanup job if I know I'm going to keep the yard and I have a good vibe on it, then I get a little extra money for a cleanup and work route density, route discipline, add that to my day right there. You know, stuff like that is cool. I'll do that most of the time. But if you just want a one-time cleanup, I have to be hungry. And I mean, I'm not hungry. My business is freaking going crazy right now. So, I mean, I stress. Right now, I'm stressing not about income. I'm stressing about satisfying my customers, not cutting corners, and getting all the damn jobs done that I got to do. I mean, look at today. I mean, and the day is young. It's only 11 o'clock, and I got calls going to voicemail left and right. I don't even answer my phone anymore. It goes to voicemail, and I just start weeding them out from there. Darwin W. wants to know, good vlog. Thank you, Darwin. What type of pressure washer do you have? Are you renting a surface cleaner tomorrow? Nope, I have my own surface cleaner. I have that little 14-inch or 15-inch Briggs & Stratton little thingy. Works like a champ. It'll do the job for me. And it costs $67 at Lowe's or something like that. 69, I don't know. It was like 60 or 70 bucks at Lowe's, and it's been working like a champ. So I'm gonna use it until that thing blows up. Then I'll just go get me like a 14-inch BE Whirlaway or something. But right now, I love what I got. The pressure washer I have is a Mighty M is the one that actually puts it together, but it's a 8R pump, 4 gallon per minute, 3600 PSI, and it's shaft driven with a Honda horizontal shaft GX270, which is a 9 horsepower Honda. So that is the combination that I have. So I guess that's it. Now, if you go back into my pressure wash business playlist, there's really a whole big detailed videos of bunch of big detailed videos, especially one I think it actually says very detailed video. Really goes through my stuff, my pressure wash stuff. So I invite you to check that out in my playlist, pressure wash videos or pressure wash business videos. That is a great playlist for you people that are interested in pressure washing. Tom Schmick, he comments quite a bit. Great video, Dan. Good, you're getting the 100 service. So I am. I'm getting my 4 mix serviced. I don't remember what the darn numbers are on it, the letters, but it's the 100, the steel weed eater. The cop may have been sitting there because the train company can be fined a lot if they block a crossing for a significant length of time. No risk equals no reward is so true. Keep up the great work. Yep, that is true. Risk equals reward. Reward comes from risk. So you got to do it, man. You got to get out there and you got to do it. Thank you, Tom. I do appreciate the comment and the compliment. So that gets us through most of the comments here. That's a quick feed going through. So now that leaves me only to have to try to make you all happy. Is try to get a pressure wash video up for you guys today. Doing something, maybe working the surface cleaner or something. It's just so freaking hard to do that because of time. and I'm really stressed for time right now. But I'm gonna run in here and meet up with old boy here and get him started on this hedge trimming, and then I'm gonna move on. And I got 3 houses to do, and the concrete. Okay, so a lot of people ask me questions about bleach, about my mix ratio, and I keep telling y'all to watch the playlist, the pressure wash business playlist. But I got a few minutes to talk to you about it again right now, so let me go ahead and talk to you about it again right now. By the way, my guy's now doing them shrubs, so he's gonna shape those up real quick, and gave him a little cash, told him to get some lunch stuff when he's done. Let me know, whatever, take care of it. So the bleach, remember, I use, if you look behind me, I got that drum. That's a 15-gallon drum. I'm gonna go replace it right now. I'm gonna go get another drum. So I don't have enough to do 3 houses, and I don't want to be in a position where I'm completely bone dry on bleach. So I'm gonna go drop this one off at the chemical place I go to and pick up a fresh drum for 50 bucks. It's $50.29 for 15 gallons. So that works out to $3 and something cents a gallon. Not bad. And it's 10% or 10.5%. I think it's 10% chlorine, sodium hydrochloride, whatever. I do not dilute the bleach because I put it into a chemical tank. And then I siphon. The pressure washer has what's called a downstream injector, and that is after the pump. So the hose, the garden hose from the house, goes into the pump. The pump takes that garden hose pressure, or that garden hose water, and then pressurizes it or moves it in a much greater volume. 4 gallons per minute, 3,600 psi is the pump's ability to move the water in an open space. So if you have a big hose, it's going to move 4 gallons at a minute. Now, pressure is going to depend on the size of the hose, or the final piece, which would be your tip. So that's 3,600 psi. So that pump is trying to move 4 gallons of water. If you start making the hole really, really small, and it's really hard for the pump to move 4 gallons of water, then what it's going to do is it's going to create a lot of back pressure, and that makes the motor work harder, and the pump is now moving up to about, the water's coming out at about 3,600 psi, pounds per square inch. So that's kind of what that means. Now, the downstream injector works off of flow. It works off of like the draft of a car. You know, you drive past stuff laying in the road. When you drive over it, it sucks that trash up, and it pulls that trash with your car for a little bit, and then finally it releases the trash. It loses its vacuum, the wind coming off of your car. That's your draft. That would be like a downstream injector. The water is flowing out of the pump at, let's say, 4 gallons per minute in a big opening. So it's flowing pretty quick through a big opening. As it's flowing over, there's a downstream injector that a hose is plugged into on one end, and that goes to your chemical tank, and on the other end it's open, and the water is passing past that. So like a car creates a vacuum behind its bumper, the water passing by is causing a vacuum on that downstream injector. It's pulling up on that hole. It's pulling air out of that hole that the water's passing over. So that pulls, that's siphoning the chemical out of your tank. So when it's doing that, it's pulling your bleach and soap mix into water. So it's diluting it. So that's a very long way of me telling you that when you use a downstream injector, you dilute the water, the bleach, I'm sorry, you dilute the bleach. So people say, how much do you dilute your bleach? My answer is, I do not dilute the 10% bleach, because it's diluted enough when it mixes with the garden hose water that's passing over the downstream injector. When it comes out, it's blended to about 9 or 10 to 1 ratio. So for every gallon of water, or every 9 gallons of water, you got about 1 gallon roughly of chemical, bleach, soap, whatever you got in your chemical tank. So that's how it dilutes it. That I find to be safe for plants, for grass, for everything. I haven't streaked, stained, or ruined anything except my own clothes. And it gets on me and I don't get chemical burns. I'm not hurting. It does burn your eyes, of course, but it burns your eyes about as bad as sweat. Maybe a little bit more than sweat, but it doesn't burn your eyes as much as shampoo. I mean, shampoo, you know, you get that, oh God, you know, and it hurts, you know, and kids cry. This hurts your eyes, you know, it stings and tingles, but it doesn't hurt to the point where you can't function and you got to find water and rinse it out. It's not that bad, unless you're looking up and the sun's beating in your eyes at the same time. Then you start getting, you know, then things start getting kind of weird. But that's how I dilute my bleach for my normal house wash with my pressure washer. Now, how do I dilute my bleach if I'm using a backpack sprayer or a handheld sprayer is completely different. Using the 10%, again, I might put about a third maybe of bleach, maybe a quarter or a third of the gallon of bleach, and then I fill the rest up with water. And I'll use that as a stronger mix, because now we're like 3 to 1. I'll use that as a stronger mix for like really stubborn areas that my downstream injector siphoning mix isn't quite tackling. So I'll use that, you know, where I can. And you'd be surprised how far you can shoot that if you put your stream on and you pump your bottle up enough. You can shoot that pretty far. So if you've got a really stubborn area, you can do that. So that's pretty much how I do that. So that's all we're going to talk about right now is the 10%. All right. That's what I do. I don't dilute my 10% in my chemical tank any more than the Syphon does. I just find that it slows me down too much trying to go over it. I got to go over it too many times. I would rather just burn the bleach and go. I mean, 15 gallon. I mean, I'm not even paying $3 a gallon. It takes like 3 gallons to do a house, a pretty good sized house. You know, what's $15 on $120 when you're doing 5 of them a day? You know what I mean? So let's say I spend $50 today on bleach and I use all $50 up. You know, $50 on a $600 something day, and all I'm doing is towing a teeny little trailer. I don't even really need the trailer. I'm just lazy. I didn't feel like putting a pallet in the back of my truck. I didn't even really need the trailer today. But it's okay that I got it. Whatever. That's fine. I'm not complaining. So I hope that helps you guys out. That's a chemical mix for you. That's how I do it. And the 10% bleach or sodium hydrochloride, you should be able to get that at just about any pool supply store by your house. Okay? And everybody's got to have them somewhere. And then there's also, man, the barrel's about to fall, and then my tarp might get exposed. There's also, I'm going across town. I'm going to hit the place for bleach, and then I'm going to hit the senior citizens rental house, get that house done, and then head down, hit the one by my neighborhood, get that one done because they're having a party tomorrow. And then at that point I should be able to open my garage myself and have my guy drop off all my gear. And then let's just say it's about 2:30, 3 o'clock. I'll just have that one house to go do with all the concrete. I should be done probably 4:30, 5 o'clock today. And it's going to be a little over $600, I guess, something like that. So I can't complain at all. And the hedges are getting done. Or, I'm sorry, the shrubs are getting done. So no complaints there. So I hope that helps you guys out and answers some of your questions, kind of refresh things. I'm like really hungry. Really, really hungry. Hey, I want to go ahead and dedicate today's vlog and video to everyone that said that they're never going to watch my vlog or video again. Okay, so here is my plan if all goes well. It's 11:52. I want to be out of here before 1 o'clock, get to my house, let my dogs out, get my equipment secured from my guy, and then do the yard do the house in my neighborhood, be done with that one by about 2:15, and that will give me plenty of time to shoot down to Georgetown and do that one final job that's a mother. That's going to be the concrete and everything. So that's my goal. Try to be done for about 4:15, 4:30. That's my goal. All right, 12:45. We're out of here. They're paying extra. I'm gonna go get the check right now from the homeowner. This is his rental, but they're gonna pay an extra $40 because I've treated the wood. All the front porch and the back porch. The front porch is spotless. It came out real good. The back porch, I had to treat it with my spray bottle, and I'm walking away. By the time anybody gets home from work, it'll be spotless. It'll be beautiful. It'll just eat through the rest of it. All the loose dirt was rinsed off with the pressure washer on the painted wood on the back rails. All that's, you know, I treated it normally, you know, as I normally would. It got its normal treatment, and then when I go back and I do the rinse of the windows and everything, if it doesn't get it good enough, then I hit it with a backpack sprayer or a handheld sprayer. So I hit it with the handheld sprayer and I'm walking away. I'm just gonna let it finish doing its job, and I'm gonna charge them extra for that. So one thing about pressure washing that I really like over lawn service is pressure washing isn't done like every week or every 2 weeks or something. So when you do a pressure wash job, you know, one of the first questions is out of my mouth when I'm done talking to the customer and setting a date and all that is, how would you like to pay? Would that be a check or cash? You know what I mean? I'm not coming back in 2 weeks, so there's no reason to carry an invoice. Now, if they're a lawn customer, I might add it to the invoice, but I kind of let them know, okay, well, that's going to put your balance at, you know, kind of a high balance. So, are you going to have a check or something like that? You know, and they'll say, oh, send me the invoice and I'll pay it right away. So, and they do. So that's a good thing about pressure washing. You know, you're talking about $100, $120, $160, $200 checks right then and there. There's no delay. There's no $40 and then 2 weeks later another $40 and then you wait and then you get a check for $80 in 2 weeks. I mean, you go out, you head out to do $300 or $400 worth of pressure wash jobs, and next thing you know, you're driving to your bank with $300 or $400 in checks to go deposit. So the cash flow is immediate, and that's one thing I really like about doing these pressure wash jobs and these house wash jobs is I just did 3 jobs and I have collected financial gold for my day already. I've already collected the financial gold, and so now not including the 50 that's taken out for the bleach that I just bought, but I mean I collected financial gold today. Now I'm going to go do a job that sucks that it's only going to be $70, but he's a long customer and I'm just doing the flat rate price, but man, it should be double because it's so bad. You'll see. But I'm going to go do a $70 job. It's going to take me, if I can start it at 1:30, close to 1:30, I should be done around 2:30, and we head over to that other job. If you know, I get that $70 from him, plus he owes me $60 in lawn care. So if he said he'd pay me today, so we'll see. And if he does, that's $130, you know, collected. That's $80 added to my financial goal, to the you know, being in the window of financial goal. And so that puts me over financial goal, and then I still have a $200 job to do, which I'm not going to get paid for today. He's going to pay me with his debit card, whatever. He's going to pay me online, but he's going to pay me, if not tonight, tomorrow, and I'm going to include the lawn service that I'm going to do for him Monday. So when I send his invoice for the house wash today, he's also going to have $50 added to it for the lawn service, because I'm doing the lawn service Monday. So I'm not going to invoice him tonight and then invoice him again Monday. So I'm going to invoice him today and include the future cut from Monday, and he might just pay me the whole thing tonight or this weekend, or maybe Monday night once he sees the yard's been cut. But I mean, me and him go back a way, so there's no reason for him to not think it's going to get done. But my point is, $50 out of my checking account today for purchasing bleach, but financial goal and then some. Well, hopefully if this next customer pays me, but financial goal being deposited right now. 3 checks, financial goal, right here. And, you know, and that's awesome. That's cash flow right there. That makes it where, you know, you're not extending your money out and then not having the money coming in. So, you know, that's something to think about pressure washing. You know, pressure washing, landscaping, sprinkler service, gate repair. All those jobs are once in a while are jobs, so you don't carry those over. You know, I mean, if you do, you do. But like when it comes to landscaping and stuff like that, It's like, okay, look, you know, your job, you know, the price is going to be $850. Oh, okay, well, I'm going to need $450 to go ahead and get started. So either, you know, when I show up, either that morning I'm going to need a check for $450, but at the completion of the job, I would like to be paid. And, you know, I want my money to pay for the material. I want them to pay for the material. I don't want to pay for the material. I'm not going to run credit for somebody, right? So it's kind of like, maybe that day I go pick up the material, I want to check that day. I want to know that I'm getting a check, you know, that day or the next day, right away, you know, depending on who the customer is. If they're just a one-time customer and, you know, they want me to go spread rock or sand in their yard or something like that, you got to pay in advance. I mean, it's just that simple. I'm not running credit for you. And if they come up with, oh, well, how do we trust you that you're going to show up? Well, how do I trust you that you're going to pay me? Right? I mean, if it's $250,000, okay, there's a chance I might not show up. I might be in the Bahamas. But, you know, $700 or $800, really? You think I don't know. I guess some people do that. You know, there are businesses that $700 or $800 and then they fraud them. I don't know how to get away with that and continue. $700 or $800 doesn't pay for bail. You know what I mean? So I mean, I don't understand all that, but yeah, you got to pay in advance. So cash flow. So I don't know. That's just the way my brain works. I'm sure you guys are probably scratching your head saying, yeah, it makes sense. Or you know, maybe you never thought of it that way, but pressure washing, landscaping, sprinkler repair, gate repair, tree trimming, all those jobs like that, you need to pay me now. I want that money now or tonight or within the next day or two, you know, whatever we agree to, because I'm spending $50 for bleach, you know what I'm saying? I'm driving across town to go do just you. I mean, you need to pay me for that. I mean, AC guy doesn't run credit, right? Carpet cleaners don't run credit, do they? Pay them right then and there. So, same thing. But when it comes to lawns and things like that, you know, you're back in 2 weeks, so that you let it carry over. I mean, that is understandable. I do that. So, whatever. My equipment is secured, and my dogs have been let out. And no sooner, as soon as Rocky runs, he poops. Rocky goes and poops. So, you know, they're good dogs, man. They really are good dogs. They know the deal. I worked hard with these dogs. Rocky, when I got Rocky, see, the reason why me and Rocky are so damn close, when we got Rocky, it was December 6th, 2013, December 6th. And we went to, you know, we found an ad in the paper. People got pit bull puppies for like $60. And so we went out there, and it was a pretty far drive. We went all the way out there, and there's a whole bunch of puppies and a pit bull mama. And, you know, so we're looking around, and this dog dug out and ran up to me. And, you know, I was like, oh, wow, look at this, you know. And I was like, man, I mean, this dog just picked us. We're going to have to take him. This has to be the one. There's no way around it. And so he earned the name Rocky because, you know, he fought for that. He dug out. I mean, all the other dogs were just sitting there, all the little puppies, they were just sitting there. Some of them were nursing off of mama. But this dog was like, no way, dude, you are taking me home. And so he earned the name Rocky because he fought for it. He was a fighter. And so when we brought him home, there was just a bond between him and I guess because he chose us, you know, and I recognize that. And I mean, I put that dog on my chest every moment of the day. If I was home, which it was winter anyways, but if I was home, that dog was on my chest. At night, going to sleep, that dog was on my chest. Always, that dog was on my chest when I'd lay down. I lay down, dog's on my chest, period. And every 2 hours, it would lick me and nip on me and whine in my ear, and I'd wake up, I'd take him outside, I'd let him out, carry him out in the cold, and I'd stand out there and freeze with him, and he'd do his business, and I'd bring him in the house and give him a treat, put him back on me, and fall asleep. And that's just the way it's been. So now, to this day, when I'm laying down, that dog comes over and lays on me, lays across my stomach. He'll lay across Christina, you know, my wife, or ex-wife now is gone, but he'll lay across her. He wants to lay on you, and he's a very loving dog. And you know, and I mean, I spent a lot of time training him like that. I mean, I got no sleep because I was working a job and I was working night shift, and I would go out and do some work, like yard work and stuff, where there was yard work. So I wasn't getting any sleep with that dog as a puppy. And I don't know, it's almost like he recognizes that, and I recognize his plight to have me, you know, to pick me. And ever since then, it's just been an unbreakable bond between him and I. And, you know, it's just cool. I lay down in bed, he jumps up in bed, lays down with me, and that's it. It's snuggle time, we go to sleep. And he wakes me up in the morning, and we go to sleep together at night. I mean, you know, we just have fun. It's a good bond up me and him have. So, all right, let's take a look at this house, and let's go to work. All right, this house is a mess. Right here don't look too bad. That's not too bad. But watch this. Oh my. That stuff's terrible. And he does have the gate open for me. That's good. I mean, it's an easy house. This is a 30-minute house. But as bad as this is, look at this. Oh. Oh, this is bad. Look at this. Oh my God. Oh man. This mildew is so bad it's black. Wow. But hey man, this is what we do. So we got plenty of line, pressure hose or whatever, to reach all the way around. So we'll extend it all the way out, and we'll go ahead and get set up. We'll knock out the back first. So let's go get the tripod. Huh? How do you like that? All the way from here. Pull my siphon hose. I'm going to go ahead and rinse now, starting in the back corner. I'm going to rinse the house, and then I'll show you guys the finished product here. Then I'm going to do the front. That's not how I normally like to do it, but for video's sake and to save a little bit of time for editing tonight, I'm going to do it that way so you guys can see the finished product. And to see how easy it is for me to put the product on, no effort, and it's almost all done. So now I pull the hose, and then I just rinse it. All right, let me lock this, hold on. Okay, so it's rinsed. Okay, some loose pebble stuff from the shingles, but no big deal. Anyways, you see the stuff dissolving right before your eyes, right? You know, when I was spraying it on, and I mean, look at it now. Let me see what time it is. I can't freaking see. 2 o'clock straight up. So it's 2 o'clock and we only got to do the front now. The back and both sides are done. I mean, that was horrible, wasn't it? It's like a new house. It's like a brand new freaking house. Now, when it comes to the fence, I sprayed the whole fence, and I'm just going to let it be natural. What happens, happens. But I sprayed that whole fence so it's all even. And then I sprayed this concrete just so it'll start kind of eating it a little bit, getting some of that really bad stuff up. No charge, but I mean, it's there anyways. It's rinsing, you know what I mean? And I don't want to have rinse marks of cleaner, so I just soak the whole thing, just let it do its thing. Not a big deal. So what a difference, huh? There was so much schlep on there. It's horrible. Ooh, baby wasp. So yeah, so we're good there. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of bleach in my chemical tank, and then I'll put it to about here, and that'll be enough for the next 2 houses. Well, to finish this front and then that last house, because I don't like to leave bleach sitting in my chemical tank. I'd rather leave it in the blue tank in my garage. That is one happy, happy customer. So we are at $225 after the cost of the bleach. The $50 and 20 something cents, 51 bucks. We are at financial goal. We're at financial goal, 225. No $3,500 lawnmower being used today. No $400 weed eater, $300 weed eater, whatever, $400 edger weed eater combo, combi, no handheld blower, nothing. No hedge trimmers, no rake, no big old trailer, nothing. Just a little pressure washer on a dinky little trailer that doesn't even need to be on a trailer. And we're at financial goal. We're at what I want to make mowing lawns with all that expense and all that usage and all that maintenance to do with blades and everything. Pressure washing, man. You know, and all this money right now is advertisement free charged. I didn't pay not one freaking penny for any of the work that we're doing today, ever. The one that we're going to go do now, I'll give you a backstory. The one that we're going to do now is the son or son-in-law of a couple in their 50s or 60s that were at Home Depot 2 years ago toward the wintertime. And I was just starting messing around with doing some house washes. Just learning it. I had a Honda Troy BILT. I mean, Troy BILT with the Honda motor. I mean, I didn't know nothing. I didn't know a damn thing. I'm out there, high pressure wash. I go and buy the $185 18-foot extension crap from Home Depot. I mean, I'm Johnny on the spot, not knowing a damn thing. But whatever. I got a magnet on the side of my truck, something about lawn care and whatever. Lawn care, pressure wash, tree trimming or something like that. So I see this older couple, you know, they're gray. And he's got a front door with the frame and all, you know, on a cart. And he's rolling it out from Home Depot. And I'm like, oh man, how's this guy gonna do this with this little woman? I mean, just a little old woman. But she's not old. I mean, she's not old, but she's older. You know what I mean? She's not in her 30s. She's obviously 50s or 60s. I don't know. And this guy. And so I'm like, hey, let me help you with that. And they're like, oh, you're so nice. And I was like, well, no problem. You know, so I grab one side, he grabs the other side, and we slide it in. And then I go, and, you know, they're like, thank you so much. I was like, hey, no problem. And I go back to my truck, and they saw my sign, and they're like, what do you do? And I was like, oh, I do lawn service and landscaping, you know, stuff like that, pressure washing. Oh, you pressure wash? I was like, oh, yeah. Oh, well, maybe I can get a price from you someday. I was like, sure. Here's my card. So I gave her my card. They called me like 2 days later. So I run out there, and they got a humongous house. In fact, it's the house that's on my website, trimmersenterprises.com. If you hit house wash, I believe it's that picture. I believe it's their house. I believe that's their house. Gorgeous, gorgeous, big old house. I think I use their house as my picture. So I go out there and I give her a price, and they go for it. And they're like, well, my neighbor's going to probably want you too, so go introduce yourself. So I go over there. So I get both of them. So both of those, you know, I'm over $300 on both of those jobs. Big houses. Took me till about 1 o'clock to do them. Once we set the appointment and everything, I go back out there and I do it. A little while later, I get a call from this gentleman. And he's the son or son-in-law of that person. And I was like, oh, sweet. So I go out there, and he's got a freaking mansion. Gorgeous home. Not a mansion, but a gorgeous, gorgeous home. In a private area. And so I go out there, and I take care of his house. And they're thrilled. Absolutely thrilled. So this is his rental property. So he called me now to go do his rental property. So now I'm going to do this rental property, and we're going to go make a couple $100. We're doing the driveway and the house and everything. It cost me nothing. So the problem with pressure washing, the pressure washing business, the problem with it is we, what's the word I'm looking for? We spend a lot of money in that. If you're trying to be a pressure wash guy, you're competing with all these other pressure wash guys, that means you're spending money. One way or another, you're spending money to advertise, because once you get a job, that job's gone for a year. You know what I mean? I don't know how often people are going to call you back to house wash, but most of the people around here ain't calling back for about a year, and some even longer than that. So that kind of sucks. So you got one job done, right? Let's say you get a $200 house, right? So you get one job done, you got $200 for the day. Now you're done. Now what are you gonna do tomorrow? So in 14 days, when you're cutting grass around here, in 14 days you're back to make that money again. And in 14 days you're back, and then you're back, and then you're back. So you keep making that money over and over again with the lawn care. With that pressure washing, you don't. So it's very, very difficult to do these days. Now I come out here and I'm like a hero to you guys. Like, oh, $600. He's making $600 today? You gotta be kidding me. $600 working by himself with just that little machine after expenses? That's ridiculous. That's not fair. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah. But that's because I line it all up. Once every 14 days, I line up all these jobs. So I'm lining up all these jobs. By the end of today, I'll be surprised if and I actually do have work lined up for the next time. People are like, no rush, whenever, just let me know when you can do it. You know, lawn service customers. So, you know, I'm sporting like 80-something lawns, okay, that I do now. 80-something lawns. Of those 80-something lawns, probably a good 25-30% of those people have me washing their house. Some of them want it done in the winter, which is great. Some of them want it done at all various times, for graduation parties, prom rehearsals, whatever's going on. Not rehearsals, but you know what I mean. Whatever's going on, they need me to come out there and clean up their house. So, you know, I can schedule that out far enough out as long as they give me time. And so every 2 weeks on this day, I head out and I'm doing, like last week, we did like 700 and something bucks. We did 6 houses. No, what did we do? 6 houses in a slab or something like that? I don't remember. But I think we did what, a back porch and a front porch or something like that. I don't exactly remember what we did. It was like 700 and something bucks 2 weeks ago today. Pressure washing houses. Now today we got 600 bucks after expenses, right? So don't be confused. Don't be thinking, man, screw this. I'm not cutting grass anymore. I'm just going to be a pressure wash guy. Well, how many thousands of dollars do you have in the bank to go start blanketing 3 or 4 zip codes with mailers, you know, with flyers, with door hangers, with advertisements, with street signs, yard signs, because that's what it's going to take in order to start filling up your schedule. See? So you got to have the lawns if you don't want to do the advertising, because a lot of your work is going to come from your lawns. And then your lawns, your customers are going to give you referrals. So today, the first one we did today was a referral from a lawn customer that had me do her house. And in fact, I put the paper lawn and leaf bags down. I don't know if you guys remember that, but I put the lawn and leaf bags down for the yoga girls. The fitness girls were going in just when I was going there to do the work. The fitness girls were showing up, and so I put the paper lawn and leaf bags down for them. And this one lady appreciated that. It made her look at the job, and she hired me. So I just did hers today. Doing hers led to the lady across the street, which these houses are freaking huge, so I hit her a little bit higher priced, more into the market of what it should be for that size house. Actually, it's still below market, but I didn't spend any money to get the account. She walked over from across the street, and I didn't spend any money to get the original account. That was a word of mouth. That was a referral off of a lawn customer. It didn't cost me any money to get that pressure wash job because she was a lawn customer. So, and the business card magnet that I put on her mailbox last year in 2015 more than paid for itself in the lawns, you know, in the lawn service that I've been doing. So I'm lucky. All right, this is not the norm for people. I don't believe it is. I believe that, you know, I work really hard with communicating with my customers to say, let me know if you need it. It's all over my invoices. It's on my cards. I'm always talking to people. I'm always saying, hey, let me know what you got going on for other stuff, you know, extra things, and I'll get you scheduled in. And, you know, they're like, okay. That's what I'm saying. I'm lucky in the sense that I get to schedule my customers out like that, you know, and I'm not running all over town, and I can build the route, and I can knock out these jobs pretty quick, you know, pretty fast. So don't sell your lawn equipment thinking that you want to just be a pressure wash guy, because the advertising is going to kill you, and the jobs are slow to come. So, you know, I got 5 today, right? Or 5. Yeah, we're doing 5 clients today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clients, and one of them turns out to do all the concrete and everything. So that becomes big dollars with no expense, because there's no chemicals for that. I just use my surface cleaner. Here's the official joke of the day, brought to you by Cindy of Florida. What would you get if you crossed an electric eel with a sponge? What would you get if you cross an electric eel with a sponge? A shock absorber. I like that one. Nice one. A shock absorber. And we're done. 4:18. So, did a driveway, front walkway, the whole house, sidewalk, little back slab back there, about half that square right here. All done. So, big dollar day, man. Big dollar day. I cannot complain. Let's head on home and close out this vlog for the day.
We are back home. It's late. You can see it's really dark in the kitchen behind me. It's 9 o'clock at night. I need to break up the monotony a little bit. I came home and I sat in a bath, answered some phone calls from new customers. Went grocery shopping. Gonna have my kids tomorrow overnight. Today just really whooped my butt. I didn't have the energy to work on my vlog. I'm just so tired. This will close out the vlog for Friday. I actually brought home an entire roaster chicken, cooked already, rotisserie, and sat here and watched Julian Salamita, I think his name is. He's interesting. I like his vlogs. He doesn't really have any information in his vlogs. He's just entertaining, and I guess that's what it's about. I don't learn anything watching him. And you know, but he's entertaining. I learned some things about vlogging by watching him, about tech stuff and things like that. I ate the entire rotisserie chicken, the entire thing, everything. I ate the whole damn thing, but not the skin, because I can't. The grease would tear me up. But all the meat. I'm gonna wake up early in the morning. I'm gonna work on this vlog, and I'm gonna go snatch up my kids and go have a good day Saturday with them tomorrow. Thank you guys very much for hanging out.